Good morning, team, and good morning, Bullitt County. Today is Monday, January 25th, and Monday certainly does matter. Over the weekend, I was reading a story about a lady who hired a plumber to work on her old farmhouse, and the plumber had a really rough day at work. A flat tire put him an hour behind schedule that morning. His electric drill went out. He didn't have some pipes that he really needed for the job. And when he went to go home, his old pickup truck wouldn't start. The gentleman had a rough day, you could say. Well, the lady who owned the farmhouse offered him a ride home, and he accepted, obviously. And she talked about how stony quiet the man was on the ride home. Didn't say much, appeared to be pretty down and out. I'm sure he was reflecting upon his day. And she said as they arrived and they were walking, to the sidewalk into his home, she noticed the man touch a tree. It was right there in the front yard with both hands, put his fingertips on the tree, and then he walked and pursued the front door. She said when he walked into the house, he underwent this transformation. And he said he immediately just lit up and he smiled and he gave his kids a big old hug and he gave his wife a kiss. And she said it was really remarkable the transformation that occurred in the gentleman as he walked into his home. And the gentleman invited her in to introduce her to his family and to thank her for the ride home. And he kindly walked her out to her vehicle and gave her another thank you. Well, she was very curious about the tree and why the gentleman touched it the way that he did. And so she asked him. She said, "Sir," she said, "I can't help but notice you touched that tree with both hands for a moment before you walked into the house." And he said, "Oh," he said, "that's my trouble tree." He said, "Whatever troubles I face on the job for the day, because there's always going to be troubles," he said, "I leave them on my trouble tree." And he said, "Because I certainly don't want my family to experience the result of that trouble. So," he said, "I just leave them here." And he said, oddly enough, he said, "Every morning when I wake up and I pick my troubles back up and take them to work," he said, "there's not nearly as many troubles on the tree the next morning as what I remember hanging up there the afternoon before." I think we all need a trouble tree. We all face challenges in the workplace. The jobs that we do are important, but they're certainly not more important than our family. They're certainly not more important than our own household. So my challenge as I think about the trouble tree is, what can I do to ensure that the challenges that I face at work do not impact me as a person as I go home to my family? Separating that personal boat and that professional boat is a great challenge for many of us. So as I think about my trouble tree, and as you think about your trouble tree, what kind of troubles can we hang up on there every afternoon? And the next morning, we pick up and we take them back with us. And I believe we're going to find exactly what that gentleman found. That the troubles we pick up from the tree in the morning are not nearly going to be as many as what we hung up there the night before. Life is about perspective, and we need to keep it in mind. Mondays matter. So do you.